can you tell us what are the new developments?
New from today, this morning, with the assistance of Kern County Fire's helicopter and the Civil Air Patrol, we located the wreckage of the missing airplane on top of the mountains in Tehachapi behind us. As of right now, we have been able to confirm that there's at least the remains of one body at the wreckage site. There's deep snow, however, so confirming additional is going to be a little bit difficult. Also, accessing the location is tough because it's up on the side of the mountain and there's no roads directly to it.
And any idea as to the cause of the accident?
Yeah, that's something that the NTSB will be investigating. So at this point, even for them, I think that would be too early to determine.
Okay. And there's no sign of how many occupants were in the plane? I heard there was 3, right?
The report is that there were 3 people on board. We're still attempting to confirm that. And again, at the scene, it's deep snow, several feet, and so we haven't been able to go through the wreckage and determine exactly how many remains we have.
And Sergeant, if you just start by giving us a rundown too of the call that we got tonight.
Sure.
After now.
So late yesterday afternoon, a private plane, twin engine, took off from airport in San Luis Obispo. It was headed for Los Angeles, and at some point it crossed over Kern County. During its flight, it disappeared, and when it didn't show up in Los Angeles, the son of the pilot contacted, I believe, the FAA and reported the plane overdue. So that began an investigation which led to analysis of radar that put it over Kern County. Additionally, investigation that the Air Force did from a cell phone of at least one passenger on board put it on the mountains behind us, and that's what led our search here.
And these are folks that are from the LA area that were flying over. Where were they headed?
They were headed from San Luis Obispo to Los Angeles. Okay. I don't know exactly where they're from yet.
Okay.
A rough location, some sort of landmark where the plane is?
The mountains. It is roughly near Cummings Mountain.
What's the plan
now? The plan tonight is to utilize our snowcats and our search and rescue teams to basically plow and blaze a trail into the crash site so that we can have search teams go through it in the morning and attempt to verify whether or not we have additional human remains there. And then the NTSB, the FAA, and the coroner's office will be transported up there by us to conduct their investigations.
Around what time did you all actually locate the plane itself? I know before it was searching, and what time did you guys actually find it?
Well, visually, the fire air crew located it around 10:30 this morning. We were not able to get any people on the ground to verify that it was in fact the right aircraft until probably about 11:30, and then we spent the rest of the day making plans and mobilizing equipment to get up here and do the work.
And the wreckage was spotted by your chopper?
Yeah, by Kern Fire's helicopter. They were searching ahead of the Civil Air Patrol aircraft, and they managed to spot just a small piece of orange tail, and that was sticking out of the snow just a little bit.
Do you guys know the type of aircraft that this was?
It was a it was a Beechcraft twin engine, but I don't know the exact model.
Okay. And what are some of the challenges that you guys faced trying to find this wreckage?
Well, for one, the weather. So it was cold and wet and windy. The additional factors are that it's up on the mountain. It's far from any roads. It's far from any residences. So we don't believe that there was any witnesses to the accident. And so no one saw it go down, ultimately. So the world is a big place to search. And when you're searching for an aircraft, it becomes very small, especially when it impacts items and like impacts trees and breaks up. And then you add the snow on top of that, and things can get buried pretty quickly.
Is this something you guys have seen happen before?
Yeah, this is really nothing new. When we get heavy weather patterns and snow in these mountains, we've had aircraft crash throughout this area over the years.
There was reports that the plane was probably from Glendale. Can you guys confirm that?
I can't confirm that. I don't know.
And you said at this point you all don't have an indication of what caused the crash?
That's correct.
Identities of the people, the occupants of the plane?
I cannot release that information yet. None of the victims have been identified, and no next of kin have been notified. So those steps are going to have to take place before any identities are released.
Are you guys saying at this point that you're pretty sure that the 3 people that were occupying the plane are deceased?
All I'm saying right now is that we've confirmed that there are remains for at least one person near the crash site.
So does that, how do you guys go about searching for the other folks? I mean, if you don't find remains, does that become a search and rescue mission at that point, or?
Well, it certainly opens an investigation. So concurrently, along with what we're doing on the mountain, there's investigation occurring to try and determine exactly who else was believed to be on board the aircraft and verify whether or not they are currently elsewhere or if they're still missing. So that's part of the process. The other part of the process is getting personnel up there so that we can remove snow and actually physically search the crash site to determine if there are additional bodies.
So in essence, we'll be doing a lot more work in the next.
There's several days worth of work at the very least ahead of us.
Are there any back roads accessible to the crash site?
Nothing directly. All of those roads that go anywhere near it are covered with about 2 to 3 feet of snow, with drifts that are deeper than that in many places.
Is the NTSB here?
No, I've been coordinating with the NTSB and the FAA all day. They're set to arrive tomorrow, and we'll be transporting them to the crash site.
Everyone good?
I think so.
Is there anything else you want to add that people should know?
Yeah, nothing that jumps out of my mind at the moment.
Thank you.